He dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a handoff looking right, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Off play action, Gibson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Greedy Williams picks it off. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Gibson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the 50. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. A solid stiff arm. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Mayfield looks to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Hands it off out of the gun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Gibson. Flushed out right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play forward in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Steps away to his left.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. He's got a man, complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early game. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Saints nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Browns 17. Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Gibson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left. He is going to find Hill here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 28, you can't block me. You can't block.
On 3rd and 2, Gibson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Gibson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Saints on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Gibson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Flush to his right.
And he would get to the sideline here, but that, a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.